Darlings, it's Mummy, Sybil Brunson, giving you a little tourette of Cape May, New Jersey, which is the town. It's the very bottom of the bottom of the bottom of New Jersey. Literally across the bay is Delaware and Rehoboth Beach. So we're really down at the bottom. So you go to Atlantic City and just keep on driving south and you finally get here. We're actually at exit 0. So it goes exit, 10, 9, 8, 7, 1, and then 0. And this is the very end. This is where Harriet Tubman was running her underground railway from the slave states up here and then up New Jersey and into freedom for slaves, runaway slaves. Which is why the Harriet Tubman Museum is here. We're staying at the Buttonwood Manor Bed and Breakfast, which actually has been retitled the Buttonwood Boutique Hotel, run by Ross and Lauren, his wife, and they just are, it's a wonderful place. This is it. It's so pretty, so pretty inside and wonderful and just great services. But the entire town is this. I have never in my whole life seen a town that was more dedicated to the notion of the porch and people living on their porches. Look at these houses. But this is just, even the private homes that are not necessarily being kept up complete perfection are charming as can be. This home next door, look at this porch. Who wouldn't want to be in on the screened-in porch that wraps around the house with wicker furniture? This is one of Mummy's favorite things. I could live with rattan, wicker, and whatever the other fibers are that people use for furniture. I love that look. And whether it's natural or enameled white, I adore, and I especially like mixing them. Yes, it's easy to get 12 pieces of the same identical wicker from 1890, but I love when people have been collecting wicker and it turns out that it's all different styles and fashions. And look at these beat up old wildflowers, you know me and wildflowers. And look at this, hydrangea, brown-eyed Susans, and look, beat up old fences. Oh my God, I just live for this. I like shabby chic. I think Rachel Ashwell, she didn't invent shabby chic, but she certainly was on to something early on. And look at this, there's a little porte cochere that you drive into to be out of the rain when you check in, and there's the cottage in the back, etc. So, and there's Doc Mike's. Oh, Doc Mike's Pancake House. Delicious breakfasts, huge portions, so reasonably priced. And Mike's daughter, Paula, absurdly beautiful. And she's a QVC model too, so she's on air all the time, but she's the hostess there. Doc Mike's is wonderful for breakfast and lunch. So if you come to Cape May, New Jersey, come over here. You've got to do that. Anyway, I'm out for a walk, as I was a few weeks ago. Here we are on the corner of Myrtle and Broadway, and I'm going to go antiquing. George has gone to the beach. This sunroom here at the Buttonwood, oh my God, that sunroom, you can't tell from here, but inside that sunroom is to die and go to heaven. I would live to have a sunroom like that. It's just enchanting, and the grounds are beautifully kept. They've got beautiful flowers planted here, and they've got gardening people that are coming and maintaining it all, whether it's New Guinea impatiens or hydrangea, brown-eyed Susans. And then, of course, this is wonderful. The houses along here, look at this. I'm trying to hold my camera steady so you don't get all discombobulated. Yeah, look at this. Just gorgeous. You come along here. I'm going to actually walk in the bike lane and probably be struck and killed. But what a way to go. And then I shall be one of the many ghosts that haunt Cape May, New Jersey. They shall say, oh, Sybil Brunson, she was a tourist here, not even a resident. She was killed and squished by an SUV or SVU, whatever, and she haunts this place forever, looking for a vacancy. Can you imagine? One of the ghosts of Cape May is a ghost that's perpetually looking for a vacancy at a bed and breakfast. That's wonderful. They have so many ghosts here with different themes, but I love the idea of a ghost that is perpetually looking for vacancies in hotels and then finds them and annoys the other guests. Oh, look at this. They have one. Oh, look at this. Scaevola. They've got wonderful urns of Scaevola, just like Mummy has back in Cherry Grove. Oh, I love Scaevola. It's so beautiful. In Hawaii, it's a perennial. It just keeps living and living and living. Sadly, up north, is killed by winter, but boy, look how beautiful. Also known as fan flowers. And look at that beautiful little sulfur moth. They love scaevola. Sadly, so did the praying mantises. I always have a praying mantis hiding in one of my scaevolas, and then they kill and eat the bees. But I don't like that sort of thing, but what can you do? This little park was donated. Now, let me see if I've got this straight. The park, look at this house. Look. Is that breathtaking? Just breathtaking. Look at the balconies on the top floor, the third floor. Actually, it's the fourth floor. And look at the additions they're doing in the back. I mean, oh my God. I would die and go to heaven if I owned a house like that here. This is the Albert Stevens. That's not who donated this park. This is the house that donated the park. The family that owned this house, let me see if I can do it. Here we go. I'm strolling as fast as I can. Yes, the Wilbraham Mansion. Mr. and Mrs. Wilbraham. This was their mansion in the 1880s, 1890s. Lovely. It's become a bed and breakfast. Very sweet. Look at the railing. That's the original railing. Isn't that beautiful? That's the original ironwork, some of which has, taken a beating over the years. I mean, imagine that fence has survived hurricanes and all sorts of things. Well, anyway, that family donated this strip of land across the street, and that's the Wilbraham Memorial Park, which they donated to the town, which I think is just so extraordinary. Imagine what this was like in 1880, 1890, when it was just Victorian homes. It took forever to get down here from mainstream New Jersey and New York, and the rich came here in the Victorian age, and then the Wilbrahams donated this park, which is quite lovely. It's a cute little sliver park. It's what I call a sliver park. It's this narrow little strip of weirdly laid out land, comes to a needle there and broadens out. You could have built a house or two on here, but what I love is they donated this to the town, and then it was turned into a park. And here, look at this. They have memorial bricks dedicated to people that enjoyed this park, and families wanted to donate. Look, the Wilbraham Park, home of world famous Lima Bean Festival. I like lima beans as much as anybody else, but I wonder if one really wants to be known as the Lima Bean Festival. Whatever. I guess it's a little better than the Wax Bean Festival. I shan't want to be Sybil Brunson, and her home became the the center of the Wax Bean Festival. It's just, no, please, no. But look at these other. Ralph Zizza, My Dad, My Angel, and My Heart Forever, and Christina and Harold, Alex and Lizzie Klein for Honey and Hector. Isn't that sweet? Laura and Ed, June 7th, 2003. Yeah, people donated these bricks, and this is wonderful, wonderful. Some of these are dedicated to animals, to dogs that people walked here, and their dogs loved this park. It's just lovely. So anyway, I wanted to show you this and show you where I am. Darlings, remember to be in the world and of the world. You know what that means? Figure it out. It's important that you be in the world and of the world, and to remember to be present, to be mindful, and to be grateful, right? Present, mindful, and grateful, okay? It's very important. Remember that everything you see and hear and touch and smell and taste and hold in your hand and your heart, it's all borrowed. Everything is just borrowed. Have a wonderful Saturday, darlings. Bye-bye.